Hey ladies, it's Kate from the Confident Ladies Club. Happy Saturday. Hope you are having a fabulous day. Today is Little Turbo's first birthday, so we are having some fun playing and we're gonna go cut down a tree later. So I'm in the super holiday spirit. And talking about holiday spirit, I mentioned in a bunch of groups that I put a little something together for you guys. I am so excited about the new year coming, but we all know that oftentimes in December, people start to get a little ahead of themselves and start putting together New Year's resolutions and goals and dreams for the following year. And what tends to happen is not living in the moment and not focusing on the now. December seems like a flop for a lot of people. Their business isn't super busy. They seem overwhelmed because they're just thinking about the future too much and not really being in the moment. So I had an idea and I wanted to come up with a little something to help you. So if you start to feel that overwhelm, you start to feel a pressure to start planning for 2016, I want you to stop. And I want to just keep you in the moment in 2015 and end 2015 as the best that you can ever end a year. Okay, so I put together something called the Confident Lady Savvy Success Kit. And what this is a bunch of worksheets that I put together. I have directions in here, and I just really want you guys to end 2015 with a bang. I want this to be your best month ever. One thing that I mentioned in here is that most people sort of give up for the year. By the time like Thanksgiving comes, they're like, you know what? I'll think about it next year, or I'll implement that new thing in my business next year. It can wait another month. So this is actually a really good time for you to work hard on your business and possibly get some new clients because other people are sitting back. So what you're going to do is you're going to print this out, and there are 10 questions for you to answer. And these are for you just to take your time and really reflect on. I'm going to go through this just really quick with you, just so that you know like what I'm looking for. So the first question is reflect, reflect, reflect. What have the 2015's highs and lows been for you? So think back on the year and just write down, what are your high points? What were your low points? And really reflect on that because, I think back and I had a ton of low points. Like transitioning out of my 9 to 5 into my own business was so scary. So I had, some pretty low points, but I also had some even higher points than I've ever had. So it's good to sit back and reflect on that. Number 2 is letting things go. So what are you still holding on to? In what area of your life and your business can you practice more acceptance? So whatever it is that you're still holding on to, whether it's some type of belief or idea in your mind that things have to be a certain way or things need to get done by this time, just let it go and try to practice acceptance. Okay, number 3 is evaluate your stinking thinking. When do you fall into this trap? How can you start practicing catching yourself so it doesn't sneak up into 2016? So, maybe there's a certain time of the month or the year that you just get like really down on yourself and you start thinking, clients aren't going to come or my business is going to fail. And I know for myself, this summer was very, very slow, but it was okay because once the fall started, it came and it started to pick back up again. And I knew how busy the winter and the spring were. And that's just something that happens in business is there's going to be highs and low points of, client flow. So really think about what that stinking thinking is and learn to catch yourself so that you don't bring this into 2016 with you. Okay, so number 4 is start a routine today. Okay, print out your weekly or your daily success tracker and list some ways that you can add routine to your life now. So a lot of you who are on my list, you already have downloaded your success tracker. This is something that was sort of put together from something I learned in graduate school. When I was in school to be a therapist, we learned something called a diary card. And being able to track your behaviors daily really keeps you accountable and helps you also understand, later in the week, if something were to happen, like back in grad school, we would track, say, like a client's anxiety. And, they may have a really good beginning of their week. But when you look at this diary card, as we called it, you would see that, maybe there's one day where they just like completely overwhelmed themselves. They worked really long hours. They didn't take a break. They didn't exercise. They didn't eat right. They didn't take any time for themselves. So we see that later in the week, they have like an anxiety attack. And that can happen with anyone. So really what we're looking for is tracking routine and keeping yourself accountable. So if you want to print out either the daily or the weekly, whatever works better for you, do so. And start it now. Don't wait until the first of the year. Because as we see, like that's what most people do is they wait till the first of the year. And when that happens, you're going to realize that there's going to be busyness and other things are going to come up. So even though your life is busy right now, you want to learn how to get into a routine while your life is busy. So start it now. Okay, enough of that, and on to number 5. Cut out the unnecessary. Once you've identified a routine, what can you cut out of your life or business that no longer serves you? How can you make room for goodness to flow? So evaluate your day, whether it's your personal life or your business, and find things that you maybe do that add a little bit of extra time, or things that just don't serve you anymore, things that you don't need. Maybe it's like a really needy friend, like someone that you were friends with a long time ago. They only come to you when they need something. And what you found is really all that they bring into your life is stress. So, it may be time to just sort of let that friend go and move on. It could be something in your business. Maybe you spend a lot of time on something that it could be really easy to just hire someone else to do it for you. I know like way back, I used to take so much time trying to figure out MailChimp and how to automate things. And I poured hours and hours into it. And then I talked to my awesome web designer, Heather, and said, is there any way that you can just simplify this for me? Literally, it took her like an hour to put together this huge sequence that was taking me days to learn. So, really that was a waste of my time. I should have just looked for help, way earlier in the game. So find anything that you can just cut out that's unnecessary, you don't need anymore. It could be even something like, I don't know, surfing Instagram. Like, it's good for your business, yes, but sometimes we get a little crazy on it. All right, so on to number 6, reflect on your clients' work. This is huge. So which clients of yours have made huge strides since working with you? I want you to write them an email and outline all of their wins for the year. Remind them of how far they've come since working with you. So this is really special. And I don't know what made me think of this, but I just thought, like, as a client, it would be really cool to have your coach send you an email and say, like, these are all of the things that I saw you make happen this year. And I'm really proud of you. And, these are all the things that you can accomplish in X amount of time with me now. So if you have 3 months left together or whatever it is. But I think it's cool to sit there, and also it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good knowing that you did your job and you helped all of these people accomplish their goals and what they came to you for. So take a moment, and even if it's just you pick a couple clients who made huge strides and you want to shoot them an email, I think it would mean a ton to them for you to do that. All right, number 7, pray, meditate, and invite God into your business. Reflect on the doors that He's opened for you and ask Him to give you strength and help guide you through the rest of the year. So take a little bit of reflection time, take a little bit of time in prayer or meditation, whatever it is that your beliefs are, and really thank Him and thank who it is that you believe in. For me, it's God, and I thank Him all the time for everything He's provided and all that He's done and the doors He's opened in my business. And when you thank Him, you start to reflect and you start to think of everything good that's come to you and how blessed that you really are. And it really makes you think about what big doors could open next, because you never know what the next year could bring. So take some time now. Again, do all of this before the new year starts. I know we've only got less than 3 weeks left, but if you can just take a little bit of time to do these questions, I promise you, 2016 will be much easier to start. All right, number 8, step out and step up. What's one thing you can do before the end of 2015 that you've been putting off due to fear or lack of confidence? No excuses, do it. So I want you to list one or several things that you've been putting off all year because of whatever type of fear is coming up. And I want you to work through it, okay? Now, I know we only have less than 3 weeks, but I want you to make it happen. And I will share with you that for myself, videos are something I have put off since I started thinking about them last spring. I was scared out of my mind. I don't like being like, I'm a very sociable person, but I don't like being like a center of attention. So I put videos off forever. And I told myself I am not ending 2015 without at least a handful of videos under my belt. Now, they might not be perfect. I may not have a set or special lighting, but it doesn't matter because I started, and that's all that matters. So now that I started, it feels good, and I have goals for 2016. But I'm not going to think about those now. I'm going to stay in the moment, and I'm going to end 2015. All right, on to number 9, creating a mindset of abundance. You know deep down you haven't been thinking big as you should. You've been playing it safe, playing it small. What are 2 ways you can think and play big the last 2 weeks of the year? Make yourself more visible. Would it be creating a 2016 challenge for people that you work with, or if you want to grow your following? Would it be giving back to a charity? Because you know that giving hands are open to receive blessings. So how can you think big and create a mindset of abundance the rest of 2015? Number 10, get accountability. So find an accountability buddy. So that could be someone who you really trust, you think that they're wise, you think they have great insight, and you know that they will tell you how it is. So if you're doing something that they think is just not good for your business or not good in your life, they will tell you. They're not going to sugarcoat things. So I have a couple accountability buddies, and for me, like, that's what keeps me keeps me real and keeps me going and helps me really stop myself when I'm not doing something right. So find a buddy, and let's see what I said here. Yeah, so pick 3 people and approach them and see if they'll be your accountability buddy, because it's a big commitment. I would say to have a couple people in mind. So ask one person and then have backup. Okay, so lastly, in my question number 4, I was saying to make sure that you print out those accountability trackers. So I have one here is my success tracker. What I also did for you is I made one blank. So if you want to go in and fill in whatever it is that you want to track each day, whatever it is you want to be accountable for. It could even be like getting an accountability buddy and checking in with them every Thursday. Fill it in. All right, and then here is my daily success tracker. So this is if you want to write lists, you want to say like what you want to accomplish for the day, and you want to be super accountable to yourself. All right, so what I want you to do is go into the Confident Ladies Club and tell us how you're doing with your packet. I want to know if you feel super motivated, if you are going to make these things happen for 2015. And I want to know if you've started the trackers, okay? And I'm doing something really exciting. I am offering you all something called a Mindset Mini Boost. And what that is a 1-hour session, and we can talk about whatever it is that you want to work on before 2016 starts. So I know we only have a couple weeks, but I want to make sure that those of you who want to end 2015 the right way, you have an opportunity to work with me for 1 hour. I have a super low price that I'm offering for you, and I want to help you finish it the right way, finish 2015 the right way, so that when 2016 comes, you're ready, you're prepared, and you're not letting December go to waste. All right? So, how you can do and how you can book that is I'm going to send you a link, and you can go right directly to my calendar and book a session with me, and we will start working on your mindset, start working on your confidence, and get you on a good routine and a good schedule to help you start 2016 the right way. All right? Well, thank you so much for signing up for this fun little kit, and I can't wait to hear about how it's helped you. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.